Alrighty then. On the way to pick up Alan. Our cameraman's down today, so we're going to be pretty much winging it. And that's going to be the name of this episode of the Name Drop Podcast. Winging it. Like I did with this tie. I'm surprised I remember how to do this. Anyways, we'll see you when Alan gets here.
Hi, I'm Alan.
I'm Lewis.
And this is
the Name Drop Podcast. Welcome to the show, people. Episode 2. The first one was Dry Run. This one's called Winging It because you can notice our cameraman's not here. He died.
He's not?
He died a little. Just a little bit.
Where'd he go?
He's got a cough.
Well, that's better than
rest in peace.
That's better than a cough in.
Yeah, right. Well, you notice we're not driving yet because I got some notes here about what to look for, who to look for, what to say, blah, blah, blah. If you're listening to this online someplace and it's just audio, we actually have a YouTube channel. Go to that place and find us there. We're going to have the link at the bottom of the screen. Brian, I'll send you that to put up. It's probably right in front of my face right now. Ow. So we are also on locations online for like listening to podcasts like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, and Pandora, and plus 23 other hosting services.
But you can't see our pretty faces on us.
No, you can't. You have to go to YouTube, really. So with that said, if you're listening to us, go to YouTube, find us there. Now, if you meet somebody famous and you want to talk about it on our podcast, we're more than happy to hear from you.
Good or bad?
Yeah, good or bad. If the guy's a jerk, great, no problem. We'll listen to you and we'll broadcast that and get sued.
Or then we'll be famous.
Or not. Yeah, then we'll all be famous. But if you have a story of fame, your story of fame, we want to hear about your story of fame, and we're leading someplace with that.
Yeah.
What's the email address?
YourStoryOfFame at gmail.com.
That's right. It's going to be on the screen again. Probably bigger than before, like this. Yeah. Little hints for Brian.
It's always right below him.
It's probably going to be over my face, and it's going to beep everything I say.
They put it over my face one time.
So, anyway, that's the notes for this beginning, and we're going to grab the keys and start the car and get moving here. Today we're going to Oakland, the 40th Street, in Oakland. There's a couple of neat locations there. Then there's a guitar center. I'm sure that somebody met somebody famous at that location. And then Jack London Square, because, hey, why not? They got a bowling alley right there on the water, you know. They do, actually. Okay.
Do you want to go through the tunnel?
Tunnel?
Yeah, go that way.
Okay. Tunnel. We're going to go through a tunnel.
Through the tunnel.
We're at that light again. It's
the tunnel of love.
Green. Still green.
How does that song go?
I don't know.
It's old. I'm old.
Although we go through all those notes and the official, hey, this is the podcast stuff, and then we just talk about life. Like we do.
Well, yeah.
Yesterday was the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And I didn't watch it. Because I'm not a sports ball guy.
I watched it, and I really didn't care who won, but the team that I kind of cared won. And
there are reasons, but we're not going to go into those.
Yeah, we're not going to go into those reasons. You need to get in that lane.
Okay.
We won't talk about the people that played either. The people that played music, but it was the show was interesting. I'll say this: it was the biggest halftime show ever. 40 million people watched it.
Am I turning?
No, you're going straight.
Oh, because both lanes kind of go into... That's a turning lane right there.
Turn only.
Got it.
Let's see.
I heard that Kid Rock lost the festival seating. Everyone didn't want to play.
Yeah, but you're talking politics now.
That is. But there was a neat lip-syncing fun thing about that.
Yeah.
Country Vanilla, I think they're calling him now, or something like that.
Country Vanilla.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well,
I won't say.
If your mouth's big enough, your foot will fit into it.
I won't say how I feel about Kid Rock. Well, I can tell you about the second time I met Neil Young. I told about the first time last time.
Neil Young, Part 2.
Part 2. I was just happened to be lucky enough to be backstage.
Okay.
And at the Bridge School concert. Great In fact, later on today, we're going to interview a guy that was with me, and he's got a really interesting story to tell about some really famous people. Well, Neil Young's pretty famous.
I need to interrupt. Just remember Phil Kogan.
Who?
He's the host of The Amazing Race. We get to meet him, and it was a neat experience. So, anyway,
okay.
Go ahead.
So, I'm with somebody else, and we're backstage, and he comes in to talk to us. And I won't say why he came to talk to us, but it was a nice thing. And he goes, and the guy I was with says, "Hey, you want a beer, Neil?" And Neil goes, "Sure." And so, and I don't even drink. And so
I see where this is going.
So we sat down, and he's sitting across from us, and we're talking, and me and the other guy are just looking at each other, going, "Holy crap! We're talking to Neil Young. We're having a beer with Neil Young.
We're not drinking a beer."
And I think we shared our beer. We were sharing it back and forth, and he talked to us for a while. Very nice guy, very down to earth. Reminded me of like an uncle or something. You know, he had some cool little stories. I can't remember.
You have an air about you that but sort of draws that kind of person to like just open up and talk.
I'm not usually like oh god.
No, you're easy going. Is what I'm saying.
I mean,
so I'm sure that Neil's sitting there going, "Wow, it's nice just to relax and be me."
Yeah,
for a bit.
and he just relaxed for a little bit and drank some beer, and then he said
Got
thanks.
more relaxed.
Said thanks again, and then.
Which way am I going up here?
Oh, you're turning a right.
Oh, right. Okay.
And so it was the second time I met him, and he was nice both times. He was totally like a normal guy, and not, you know, he wasn't like, "Oh, I'm famous." Ha ha ha. No, not like that at all. In fact, you didn't get that sense at all. And guy is super talented because he played with Crosby, Stills and Nash at the show, and he also did a solo thing. So, and that's like some of the best music in the world.
Right. Phil, okay, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I think it's Phil Kogan. He's got an O-E in it, but he's a New Zealander. Okay, anyway, and he's the host of the Amazing Race.
Okay.
And he was at a con, and they had this tented off area, right? And they have people surrounding them, controlling the whole situation, because they got to get as many people through as possible, so that everybody's money gets to the right, as fast as possible. They make as much money as you can. Blah blah blah. So that person's job, personal assistant to Kogan or whoever it was at the con, was giving us all these crazy rules. Like, you can't, don't talk to him. Don't put anything in. Don't anything that's going to expand the conversation. Don't do that.
Don't look him in the eye.
Don't do this. Don't do that. Can't you read the sign? So he's just a piece of fabric away on another like 10 by 10 foot area. And we go through, and there he is, and he's just all smiles. And when he smiles, he's got the crow's feet, he's got the smile lines, everything. He's the nicest guy. And the first thing he does is pick out a piece of jewelry Noel's wearing. He says, "Oh, is that a manta ray, or is that a stingray?" "Yeah, we got it, and we got it in Jamaica." "Oh, really? Tell me about that." And he had to know, he heard the assistant in the other tent,
right,
saying all these, just being mean to us, basically.
Yeah.
So he made it worth everyone's while to talk to every single one of us at length. We were in there for like 7 or 8 minutes, which is a long time in con speak. And it was just a genuinely cool guy. I was going, I'd sit and watch cartoons with this guy, really. And he'd get all the Warner Brothers stuff. He's our age, so Gen X. But that was just a very cool experience, having that happen.
It's nice when you meet somebody that you've been watching or whatever on TV or movie or something, and they just turn out to be regular people. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the guy that played Mini-Me, and I'm sorry I don't remember his name offhand.
You told me about that.
Did I tell you? I said it on camera, or did I just say it to you?
No, you just said it to me one time.
I'll tell the story then.
Tell the story.
It was a different convention. I had two interactions. Both of them were kind of negative. I was like, "What's going on today?"
Well, he had the short guy complex.
The short guy, I don't know what was that, but he was just downright nasty to his handlers, if you will, his people, and just ordering people around. "Hey, get this thing, blah blah blah." And he turns around and he puts this polite smile. "Are you ready for the picture now?" And we're both kind of shocked, like, I can't believe this human being just did that. Is it true that when you get old and you start hunching over and get smaller, you get meaner? I don't know. So we got the picture, we got the autograph, and all that. And then about 5 minutes later, the area he was in was kind of like a constricted area, so the walkway wasn't like a 20-foot wide corridor like you would have ever gone. It was maybe 10 feet wide. So you got all these people going through wearing costumes, being careful not to smash into each other and break each other's costumes.
Or step on mini-me.
Yeah. And this guy walks up, his hands in the pockets of his down vest. He's like all zipped up, bundled. Old man, scraggly, he's walking by. And he's right on the edges of the tables as he's walking. He's trying to get out of the middle of the traffic. Sees me. I don't think he sees me, but he just literally shouldered me center mass and went through me. I was like shocked. It's like, who does that? I looked in a while ago. That was fucking Chekhov. That was Walter Koenig. Frown on his face.
From
Star
Trek.
Yeah, the original 1966 series. This guy walks right through me. Because who played Uhura? Shoot.
I don't know their names.
Yeah,
I just remember
she was there, and I think he was just on her way over to her or whatever. But I almost got tackled by Chekhov. What the hell, man? And I wanted to find him and have a nice conversation with him, but Noelle and I were like, let's just get out of here. This place is getting toxic.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, last time we were here, we talked about Guardians of the Galaxy stars, Sean Gunn, and oh man, I do this, my brain just shuts off. The guy that plays Yondu.
Yondu,
yeah.
The arrow shooter.
Yes. He, the booth next to him was Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk. And the man has a very polite smile, and I just kind of stopped and said, "Hey, I want to thank you for my childhood, man. That was really cool." So, you're welcome. You want to get a picture with me? And it was like almost a hard sell. I asked 3 different ways to get me into his booth to get a picture, so I could pay $50 or $100 or whatever it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't have that money. Sorry. And then he just shut off. The smile went away, and he just turned around or something. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
I was at Bottle Rock.
Yes.
I don't know if I told this story. Did I tell about?
You probably told me, but I haven't told the camera yet.
Yeah.
Hi.
I was in the audience and watching the band play, and my sister goes, "Look over there." I go, "Yeah," and she goes, "There's George Kittle," and I look, and it wasn't George Kittle. I mean,
who's George Kittle?
He's on the 49ers,
okay.
And
sports ball.
He's if you're a sports fan, you know who George Kittle is.
Gotcha.
And so I didn't say anything to my sister. Hey, that wasn't George Kittle. And then a few minutes later, I looked over there, and George Kittle was with
there.
the guy that she pointed to, and a couple guys over, and it was,
not that guy.
it was all these big guys,
Right, right.
So I don't know if they're other football players or what.
I'm getting a 24 up here, right? Right?
Yeah,
okay.
keep going.
Okay.
So I was just like, what the hell? When this band quits playing, I'm just going to yell out, "Hey, George!" And
By the way, Camino Pablo and
San Pablo Damara.
no, there's another sign. I
Oh.
completely the name of it.
So
That's where we are.
so the band quit playing, and people started dispersing, and I went, "Hey, George!" He turned around, started walking right towards me, and my son,
like he knows you.
yeah, and my son was in this right by him, and my son goes, "Dad," people were going, "Hey, George, can I get a picture? Hey, George, this, that." And he just ignored him and walked straight to me.
He wanted to get away from him.
I guess so. I guess I wasn't, I'm a little guy. I'm not.
Well, yeah, you're
very
also, senior citizen.
And
so,
yeah, what?
What?
And
What are you, 107?
something like
Okay.
7 or 8. He.
Oh,
Are you
7
talking
or
about?
8.
You're talking about my IQ.
No, I'm talking about your years old. You're about 7 or 8.
Yeah, 7 or 8.
Anyway,
So he
George
walks
Kittle
over,
walks
and
toward you,
I shake his hand, and I said, "Hi, my name's Alan," and we got to talking. And I said, I'm a big fan of yours. And then I said, both my brothers are Raider fans,
Uh-oh.
and he's a 49er.
Yeah.
And he goes, Well, that sucks for them.
Knowing your brothers, I wish they were there.
And then he said, actually, the Raiders should have a pretty good team. Well, this year they only won 2 games out of 17. No, they didn't have a good year.
They're it's kind of like when you move to another city. It's like growing pains all over again.
Yeah. So I talked to him for a little bit, and he was a really nice guy. And then I didn't think I'd see him anymore. Well, then I had a pass to get backstage, and guess who was backstage? George Kittle. And
there he is again.
Hung out with him, and
I think that day someone cloned him.
And
sprinkled him in the audience.
His wife was with him, very beautiful young lady, and we had a really nice time. I messed around talking with him, and that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun meeting the guy. Big guy, you feel safe around him unless he's mad at you.
Yes. It's the safest place in the world to be, behind that guy.
Yeah. Well, there's a guy. He's on a radio station here. They call him Baby Huey. His name's.
I know the guy.
Yeah, Daniel. He's a great big guy. Real, just the nicest guy in the world. Big teddy bear. Well, I was at a show, and this famous guy walked in.
Right.
And I won't mention his name, but and this guy, Danny, Baby Huey, you want to go through the big tunnel, not the little one.
I'll move back over.
Yeah.
You're doing fine. I think I'm an idiot.
And so this famous guy comes in and hides behind him so people don't see him.
Oh.
And I'm watching the whole thing. And so a little while later, I ran into Danny, and I said, "Hey, so-and-so was hiding behind you down there when you were watching the band."
Yeah, name redacted for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
but suffice to say, popular.
And he goes, "Really?" I go, "Yeah, right. He was right behind you. He was using you for cover."
And the person in question's not exactly tall either.
Yeah,
so having a huge guy, I think he'd disappear in his shadow or his armpit.
And he's going, "Oh man, I wish somebody would have told me." I said, "Well, I did. I just told you a little late."
Right.
So that was kind of a funny story. Nice. Nice
his reaction though, when you told me the first time, like, "Oh man, are you serious, oh man?"
But he's actually fairly well acquainted with the guy that hid behind him. So it wasn't like it would be the first time you'd ever seen him. But it would have been cool knowing that.
Nice to actually talk to him. This is home of Oakland Guitars, and we had a dead note repair service. Kind of cool, but they're closed. We will be coming back here because reasons. They said they'd be here. Anyways, hey,
do I want a haircut?
do you?
No.
How many?
20.
There's just 20. Which 20?
Coffee?
No, because it just makes me want to squirt. Go to the bathroom all the time.
I need a bathroom. That's what I need. I need a bathroom really bad. I just can't find one anywhere.
Yeah, it'd be wise to look around a little. Maybe. Well, you want to tell the camera what just happened? We came all the way to Oakland.
Okay, we came to Oakland.
Yes, got here early.
And then we were here before the store opened, and then we found out we were going to get a parking ticket.
Yeah.
Because we were parked in the wrong place.
At the wrong time.
At the wrong time. So then we decided to go to Guitar Center.
Makes sense, right?
And
talk to the manager?
Yeah. And we went there, talked to the manager, and left some cards, and actually talked to one interesting guy.
Well, hold on. There's somebody on the inside playing guitar. What's his name? Chris?
Oh, Chris. Yeah, Chris. Kid I've known forever.
Playing very proficient metal.
He's He's a very good guitar player. And and then we met a guy outside, and he's been around working in the industry for a long time.
I would call him a grizzled veteran of the game.
Yeah, he was mostly sells and deals in instruments. And
that way? Yeah, that way.
Well, we could have gone back where we came and gotten the freeway in Emeryville, but that's okay.
Don't.
Whichever you want to do. You're driving.
Following the map.
So
anyway, we had plans. I was like, okay, we got to go to 40th Street. And we're going to go to Oakland Guitars and talk to people there. And we did see somebody, Lexi with purple hair.
Yes.
She's a luthier, builds guitars. I mean, it would have been a great interview. And she wasn't there when we came back.
Yeah.
So I want to see if we can get her.
Yes.
And talk to her in the shop.
And
we did get permission from Oakland Guitars
to
use the space.
To use the space on Sundays and Mondays.
When they're closed. So it's going to be a nice dedicated space.
Yeah. And
so that's set up. Anyway. I'm supposed to be in that lane, aren't I? No, I'm not. Okay.
And then we went back to Guitars, and they let us, and the guy was really nice, and blah, blah, blah. And so now we're going to go see if we can get some lunch.
Yeah, food would be good. But, why not record while we're driving? Because we always come up with the most info.
I could talk about somebody else I met.
Who else did you meet, Alan?
I met Ryan Reynolds.
You met Ryan Reynolds?
I met Ryan Reynolds in Hollywood.
Where else would he be? Oh, Canada.
Well, he's Canadian. I don't know.
He is.
And I was at a star unveiling on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Because that's what he does.
I got invited, and he was a speaker. And really nice guy, really funny guy, always funny. And
so the person you see as Deadpool, it's basically him.
Yes.
Okay.
And but I wanted to talk to him because I build motorcycles and ride motorcycles, and I have a friend who built him a motorcycle. And so instead of going up and going, "Hey man, I really like your stuff, man. Yeah, you're a great actor, blah blah blah," I just went up and said, "Hey, Ryan, my name's Alan. We have a mutual friend." And he looked at me funny, and he goes, "Who?" And I said, "Dustin Cott. I got to get hold of Dustin Cott."
Dustin, are you watching?
You
better be now.
And but he lives down in L.A. and he builds motorcycles.
Right.
And he built Ryan a motorcycle, and I said, I'm a friend with Dustin Cott. And he goes, and he stopped for a second, and he had to think, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I gave him back that motorcycle."
What the?
And I said, "Yeah, I know, because I talked to Dustin recently, and and he told me he gave him back the motorcycle, which was cool." So basically, that's all we talked about. I didn't say anything about acting. I didn't say anything about Hollywood. I didn't say anything about it. I love his acting, even though I love Deadpool's. And he just happened to be, he's just a cool guy, and it was just a brief conversation, and it was a lot of fun. And
talked about your mom, that's what I was hoping you'd be talking about.
Yeah, and he sat on my mom's lap. My mom's 93 years old. She's going to be 94 next month.
Really?
He sat on her lap. He wore her hat and her sunglasses. He's a character. The guy's a character. And and then he slipped her a little love note in her purse.
So she gets home, there's a strange piece of paper she opens up, and it reads what?
It said, "I'll meet you." He said something about, "I'll meet you later at the hotel," or something like that.
So it turned into Ryan Reynolds has got a new girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or your mom's got a new boyfriend.
Yeah. I got a new I got a new stepdad.
He gave her his phone number. That's the thing.
I don't think it was actually his phone number.
Has she called it yet?
No.
We should probably ask her about that.
My mom would never call the number, but he was just super nice to my mom, and he's just a super nice guy. Yeah.
I got bit by the bug once. Noelle and I had clubs, and we went up to my parents' house in Nevada. They had a golf course behind their house. There was a tee box there, so all the golf balls would fly away from their house. Well, we had just learned how to swing a club, and how to aim, and how to all the stance and all that. And Noelle gets up to the ball, and she stances out, and she's in perfect form, rotates, perfect rotation, smacks that thing, and it goes flying perfectly straight into someone's backyard. She wasn't aimed correctly, because it was a slot canyon with houses on the top on one side, just a hill on the other, and she forgot to aim her body toward where the green was. And that thing just sailed. It was beautiful. Up, and then right into someone's backyard. Nothing broke. We didn't hear any glass breaking. It was like, okay, that guy has a ball now.
Hey, I want my ball back.
He probably has a bucket of them out there.
Probably.
On his patio. There's another refugee. Let's put it in the bucket. I mean, golf would be better if it was hockey, really. There needs to be more body checking.
It'd be better if you had to try to hit the other guy on the other team.
Oh, yeah.
And then he had to try to hit you.
Like,
It's like dodge golf.
And you get, dodge golf. Oh, God.
Okay, we're here today with Shaw London, and him and I were at a show years ago, 2000.
2000, yeah.
2000.
Yeah, you're 2000.
And we were at the Bridge School concert, and just so happened there was some real famous people running around, and so I didn't say anything to him, but my friend Shaw sit there and watch these people go over and kiss their butts and say what wonderful people they are. So what did Shaw do? Shaw went up and tell us who you were talking to.
Well, let's start from the beginning, because, I mean, let's put it in perspective, because when we were taking a drive, it was October 29th, and I was with Dusty, Alan, and Johnny, as I remember correctly, and we were all just talking about trivia kind of stuff, and it turned out that the trivia was something about what movies famous people were in. So when I got to the concert, I mean, we got to see a whole bunch of nice famous bands play. And what was surprising was Robin Williams showed up, you know, doing something that we didn't even know he was going to be there, which was really cool. And then backstage, there was Robin Williams with Woody Harrelson. And like Alan was saying, instead of me kissing people's ass, I walked up to Robin and I said, hey, Robin, can you name 2 sports movies with Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson? And he could only name one of them.
Which one was that, Shaw?
White Man Can't Jump.
Okay.
You know, and he was dumbfounded and couldn't figure out the other one. And he was looking at Woody Harrelson and he said, don't look at me, I was in him. Which was really funny, because it was like, okay, so he finally gave up, and I said, well, you know, there was a movie with Goldie Hawn. And he said, oh, and he's still trying to think of it. And he goes, no, I don't really know. And then he goes, and I said, it was Wildcats. And he goes, you mean that football movie? I said, yeah. And it was like, and then I just broke the ice with the whole situation, and then I got Woody Harrelson's autograph and Robin Williams, and I thought it was really cool.
So you played Trivial Pursuits with Robin Williams and Woody Harrelson.
I did.
And that was the last thing that any of them were going to figure they're going to be doing that day when they went to the Bridge School. Tell them the story about Crosby, Stills, Nash.
Okay. So this is the downplay of the whole thing. Well,
Not all of it.
Not all of it. The big thing was that I wanted to get David Crosby's autograph also, and the road manager was coming ahead of him, and he was walking down some kind of ramp, and I guess he cut David Crosby off or something like that. And he just interrupted, and I was about to ask David Crosby for autograph, and he goes, if you ask for his autograph, I'm going to have you kicked out.
But you got whose autograph?
Stephen Stills' autograph.
And
Graham Nash.
Graham Nash.
I believe I got Graham Nash.
Not Crosby.
Yeah, but not Crosby.
Not Crosby.
And he got...
I didn't know Young. I did shake his hand, but he was too busy doing things because he was walking around.
Yeah, he's running the whole show.
So. He hasn't washed it since.
Yeah.
Yeah. He hasn't played since. He hasn't played for school since. No.
Well, thanks, Shaw. Thanks for coming. We took us a while to get you here, but that's not your fault, our fault. But we appreciate it, and that was one of my favorite stories to tell people. You know, it's one of my favorite stories to tell people. It's a lot of fun, and I appreciate you doing this. Thanks, Shaw.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, it was awesome.
Woody Harrelson and Robin Williams in the same place at the same time.
It's amazing.
Should I shut it off?
Can I say one more thing?
Oh, hey, go ahead.
Well, I like to say that, I mean, Robin Williams is one of my heroes. I mean, he was really a cool guy, and when he passed away, it was really sad. I mean, another story which I never got, somebody shared with me, I think my aunt shared with me, is that the connection that Robin has with people is just amazing. So when he met Coco the gorilla.
Yes, I think I remember seeing that.
So after he met him and Coco the gorilla, and they did sign language together and all kind of stuff, and after he died, the owner of Coco the gorilla signed that Robin died, and there was a tear in the Coco gorilla's eye, and that just shows how an animal touched. I mean,
Well,
he can
he
touch
touched,
anybody.
he touched a lot of people. He helped homeless people when he was moving.
And he didn't want to be recognized for that. He just,
Right.
I mean, a lot of famous people just want to be recognized for the great things they do like that.
Right.
Robin didn't care. He just wanted to help anybody. I mean, he was a big friend of Christopher Reeve, as we know, and I mean,
Right,
it's
he
just
helped
beautiful.
Christopher Reeve a lot
Yeah,
too.
a lot of stuff. Yeah. So he was a wonderful man, and I was very sad that but I was very happy. I mean, I wanted to share a story I wanted to share that story with people because they were asking people to share your experiences with Robin Williams, but I never got a chance to do that. But
Well,
now I get
you
to,
did today, Sean.
I get to do it today.
Yeah, there's more coming up here. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
I really can't say stay tuned because if you're watching the whole thing, it's going to happen right now. If you've met someone famous and you want to tell us about it, please send us an email at YourStoryOfFame@gmail.com. We'll have a look at that, getting back in touch, and schedule a sit down like what we're doing today with Charlotte Wilson. Charlotte, tell us what you do.
Well, what I did.
What you did.
Haven't been involved for probably about a decade. Before that, I spent about anywhere from 14 to 16 years, we'll round it up to 15 years, working as a key pose animator on The Simpsons.
What does a key post animator do?
Key pose animator.
Key pose.
We were officially listed as character layout, but as anyone well versed enough in the industry knows, character layout is basically, at least in a feature film sense, is just a single large, more detailed storyboard panel, and that is not what we did. We would be given a storyboard, and we'd have to base our scenes and acting on that. We'd have like little mirror tiles that we would practice our facial expressions on because we had to make these things believable. They had to act. We would also be given a tape with the dialogue for the scenes that we do, and we'd have to break down certain parts to be phonetically acted out. So it's rudimentary.
Yeah.
Like that.
So let's say like Homer's talking, it's actually one of the voice actors for the show.
Yes.
You get to listen to these guys all the time.
Not necessarily. As far as the table reads go and such, we're not part of that. But we do get to meet them at like the premiere parties. There was a time when I guess Nancy Cartwright did sort of a bio of her life. I'm just saying I was a 10-year-old boy or something like that. I'm sorry, Nancy. It's been a while.
I doubt she'll be watching this episode. We're brand new.
You never know. But we were she came to our studio to give us each a copy of the book and then set up a table to where we can go up and get autographs and stuff. And when it came to my turn, I don't know what came over me, but I had both a book and a script.
Which one do you sign?
She did both.
Oh.
But what I did, before I could help myself, I started doing the Millhouse jog right up to her and said I can't do it now.
In a perfect
In
Millhouse?
a perfect Millhouse. Oh, Nancy, could you sign my script? It sounds more like a haggard Marge right now, but I assure you it was bang on when it happened.
What her facial expression changed?
She just looked at me, and I could hear all of my coworkers behind me just busting a spleen laughing. And Nancy goes, showdown, eh? Something like that. And it's like, no, not really. Could you sign my script in my book, please?
Showdown.
Salt of the earth. I met her at several of the premiere parties. In fact, during one of the Butterfinger gigs, our premiere party had these great big platters of Butterfinger candy bars, and she kept going to table after table, leaning over and going, no one better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
I remember those commercials, yeah.
Yeah. I worked on some commercials, not those.
Right.
What
Anybody else? I mean,
Yardley Smith's A Delight.
Oh, that's Marge, yes?
No, that is Lisa.
Oh, okay, got it.
Julie Kavner, who does the voice of Marge and Patty and Selma and Grandma Bouvier and several others. I don't recall meeting her. I'm sure she was at plenty of the parties herself, but I never ran across her.
Right.
Hank Azaria is such a doll. He is an absolute sweetheart. I mean, you know, didn't know me from Joe, but we just bumped into each other. We're waiting to get our drink order. I think it was at House of Blues.
Oh, that's cool.
And, well, there was a couple that we had there.
Was Dan Aykroyd there?
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Dan Castellaneta was there, who does
there we go.
Homer. But yeah, we were, you know, just chit-chatting, waiting for our drinks. Sweet, sweet guy, not a bit of attitude. I remember one of the subsequent premiere parties, I recall going there, and I'm walking, and out of nowhere, boom, straight in front of me, Helen Hunt.
Oh, shit.
Who was, I don't know whether it was before or after.
Fan.
I don't know if it was before or after they got married. All I will allude to is, and this comes from a friend of mine who worked as a PA on her show, Mad About You.
Okay.
There's an industry nickname for her. And it rhymes with Hunt.
Okay, so this is one of those instances where, now, did you actually meet her or just watch her walk by?
I almost got plowed into by her. She had some sort of attitude and just bulldozed by me. I'm like, what the hell? And poor Hank's behind her doing damage control. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's cool. She okay?
Damn.
But yeah.
In our first promo for this podcast, we mentioned that sometimes you'll meet someone famous and they'll be a normal person like you and me, or they'll be a complete asshole. Or they'll give you $1,000 or whatever. But in this instance, there's something that rhymes with her last name. I can see why.
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah, see you next Tuesday. I was at a convention, and I think I mentioned this in episode 2, which it's just not been released yet, but I might as well just say it. The guy who plays Chekhov on Star Trek.
Walter Koenig.
That's how you pronounce it.
Koenig.
Oh, that was Koenig.
Koenig.
So Walter Koenig just walked right through me.
I think it's Koenig. My husband would be able to verify it.
Well, that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, I think it's Koenig.
There'll be a phonetic pronunciation right about here, Brian. So, they might put it. He may just voice over it.
Walter Koenig.
Right? Yeah, thank you. Okay. That's a big hint that our cameraman is actually in on the jokes.
Yep.
He's the editor, too. But I was expecting, I just got bashed into by this guy, and at the last second, as he was walking by, I got his profile. I'm like, holy shit. I just got plowed into by Chekhov. The hell? And that was that. But, it was just kind of a funny situation. You mentioned that with Helen. I'm like, I would never have thought.
Like I said, my only experience with her was that brief moment, but
which is enough.
From my experience, her nickname's well-deserved.
And that's all I got to say about
that. That's all I have to say about that. Get you killed during the war. You know the scene.
Well, it's like the UK referring to erasers as rubbers.
That's right. And you pick on a rubber. Yeah, I got one in my wallet. Hang on. Yeah, that's yeah.
Prophylactic. I need a prophylactic.
I could very well say that the famous person I met is in the room with me, because when I met her, she was Charlotte. We met at a hat contest in junior high.
Yep,
and she has since moved on to be part of Simpsons lore, and now she's the famous person in the room. Fun, huh? That's my story of meeting someone famous.
Oh, hey.
And you're a normal person like everybody else. Thank God you're not a see you next Tuesday.
I'm not a diva, and certainly not a see you next Tuesday. No.
So, anything else? I mean, the Simpsons is just one world. I'm sure you've had other situations.
Well, like I said, I've
in LA.
I've met the creator of our series, Matt Groening, also a nice guy, bit of an oddball, but you know what?
Of course.
We're all oddballs on that show.
I think it's this. Yeah.
But there's that. I was fortunate to meet Phil Hartman in one of his last appearances.
Oh, man.
He was unalived by his wife.
We all know
that. It was really sad. And out of all of them, he was, salt of the earth, such a wonderful man. I remember one time, I think the girl who was working for them as a nanny brought his 2 children in. She was dating one of our layout artists, Greg.
Right.
And these children, and I've seen my share of brats. These 2, well-behaved, friendly,
were setting that up for something different just then. I'm like, oh, here it comes.
Oh, no. But just going on, his children are just absolute gems. And he was an absolute gem, and we lost him way too soon.
Yeah. There's been a lot of that recently. I've noticed younger people passing like MLS or
ALS.
MLS.
Eric Dane, yeah, rest his soul.
Noel just keeps reading them off like every other day. I'm like, who died this time? It's like 2016 all over again.
We lost a guitarist from Cake.
Mm-hmm.
Lost a couple of veteran actors. I want to say one was in Kill Bill and...
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Oh, gosh, I can't think of the other one. My brain sucks.
And if Brian remembers it, he'll just put a caption in RIP at the bottom, probably. But
yeah,
it's kind of, we've taken a somber note here.
Let's veer back on path. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, a lot of the famous people I actually met at these premiere parties. On occasion, they would ask for tours at our studio while we're working, and I had more.
Oh. No pressure.
Oh, no. I want to say she worked in administration, very good friend of mine there, and she always made a point of bringing her groups by my desk. And I would have to, go over, show them. I had to have, what I did was I had a backup fake layout with all the levels of drawings and stuff. So when this happened,
showcase what you do easily.
Showcase what I do without giving away what I'm currently working on. They are sticklers about that. One of my friends got fired because he blabbed to someone.
Whoops.
Yeah. And then he was brought back the beginning of the following season, only to be let go again, not even an hour after getting back, because they didn't realize that he was the same one who blabbed. And so he got let go twice. Yeah.
I've been fired from a lot of jobs. I'm shocked, right? And I have never been fired twice in a day.
Well, not in a day.
Or a week or an hour or whatever it was.
He got let go at some point during the previous season, and then when our new season started again after we came back from our hiatus, he was originally called back, and then, like I said, he wasn't back in the studio like an hour and a half. And
before they realized that,
they had to let him go again. Yep. And
can you imagine? He's like, yeah, I got my job out.
And he'd been with the show a lot longer than I have at the time. He'd been there since almost the beginning, which was like the very beginning of the 90s.
You got to wonder if something like that blacklists you in the industry a bit.
I wouldn't know a thing about it.
Not one item.
Oh, no. I am totally clueless. But,
That's fine. So, I'm not going to keep saying, have you met anybody else? I know you've met Tony, but I guess I just did.
Some of the people that got brought through to my desk, most of them were art students. There was one couple that had a little boy. He couldn't have been more than 2 years old. But, they were having me explain what was going on, and the poor baby couldn't see what was going on. So I said, tell you what, hold him right here, lean him forward slightly. And I flipped through the drawings, and his face just lit up. This little baby, and just
So the cartoon imagery basically was like, oh wow, look at this.
Yeah, she's making a move, Papa. One of the worst experiences I had in that regard, and I cannot think of her name. I want to say her last name was Eisenberg or something. She was in a bunch of Pepsi soda commercials. I think she was in a couple of movies. She had long, curly, dark hair. Oh, my God.
If you know the person, comment, please, and then we can let her know.
Horrible, horrible. I mean, I don't know if it was her mother or her guardian or whatever brought her in. She wanted to see how the show was doing. So
this is a kid?
Yes.
Okay.
Kid actor, child actor.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's all I had to say.
And my friend brought them in so we can, see what I'm doing. And I'm being, very careful, but also not using too big of words, going through what I do. And the adult that was with her was all intrigued. This kid just looked at Dad, looked at me, looked at her, and yawned.
Just like rudely on purpose yawned?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to L.A.
And it's like, birth control was invented for a reason. I know, that's horrible. And
No,
it's just, and I try not to say bad things about people. I really don't, because that comes back to bite you.
It does. I mean,
But some people deserve it.
and here we are on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's okay.
We had anthrax in the studio once.
So the whole place emptied out. No production was happening. And oh no, the van. Or
Yes, the band.
I thought she was talking about a threat.
No,
Oh my God.
band.
My God, we had anthrax in the building, but we kept going.
I think, I don't know if it was the Lollapalooza episode or another musical episode that they were in, but I guess they came in for some sort of
Probably get a
studio thing, and
face
they
capture
knew
or whatever to get the pictures. Might have
yeah,
been.
just a bunch of reference photos, and one of our designers would go over and Simpsonize them, basically. Sometimes I had to Simpsonize my characters.
You did that for Noelle once for an office party she had at her work.
A couple of them.
Ran into. I was cleaning out her file cabinet and found a couple of those. Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
The ostrich one was my favorite. I was real mad when her boss made me change from delight to terror, or terror to delight.
On the
There will be
ostrich
no
face?
terror on my team. It's like,
So
really?
the ostrich face was actually delighted, or the person writing?
I originally did it with Noelle screaming in fear because she's on this wild ostrich going.
We got a copy of that, I think.
I believe so, but it might have been fixed because I had to go over it with a little post-it with changing her frown upside down, as it were. There was that, and the other one her boss took issue with was her behind the sled, and all the sled dogs piled on the sled, and she's like, the dogs are all, so I will not have laziness on my team, blah, 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 and it's like, oh my God, it's a cartoon!
I get a lot of the same attitude with people who game on.
Excuse me.
I get a lot of the same attitude with people who game online, and they get so just into the game, and people are forgetting, game, it's a game. It's not your life. You gotta put your controller down. You're gonna have to make lunch, and that's life. Making lunch, going back and worrying about every iota of every little thing, like what you're.
Let it go.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, like that whole.
Let it go.
I think a terror look on the back of an ostrich is appropriate. That's my vote right now.
Couple of more names during the show. There was one time I was exiting the studio to go to lunch, and there was this shorter man, nice build, walking in front of me. I guess he saw me out of the corner of his eye and held the door open for me. Tony Danza.
Oh, no way.
Oh, my goodness. Such, again, exemplary manners. Such a nice man. I thanked him profusely, and he said, hey, you have a great day. And I'm going, you too. But there's that. There was one time I came out in the evening for a smoke break and see this guy, a little shorter than I am, with a skull cap. And then he turns to where I can see more of his face. It's Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, damn.
Now, you look on the films and you think Forrest Whitaker must be like 6'4", 6'5", built like Rocket Gibraltar. What I saw was Forrest Whitaker shrunk in the wash. Again, he was shorter than me. And again, when I saw him, I didn't realize who it was until he turned. Right. And, yeah, it was Forrest Whitaker, but I'm just, why am I looking down at him? I'm not wearing heels. So, yeah, I likened it to meeting Forrest Whitaker shrunk in the wash.
This is really weird because it says Forrest Whitaker's 6'2". Hold on, this is another thing here. Thinking 6'2".
Nope.
You sure it was Forrest Whitaker?
It was Forrest Whitaker. He was.
This is a lie.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Danny Trejo's a little guy too.
Yeah,
but
he doesn't lie about it.
Tom Cruise, he's 5'7".
And he says he's 5'11" or more. Bullshit.
Yeah, that's me actually. I'm actually 5'10.5", but I wear these. It's an extra half inch right there.
Well, I'm what, a skosh taller than you are?
I guess. I don't know how tall are you?
I'm skating around 5'11" or so.
Yeah, ditto. So with the shoes,
he could
you got
not
about an inch right there. I'm saying.
Yeah. But yeah, he couldn't have been more than 5'11" because again, I was looking down on him and I was not wearing thick-soled shoes. So I'm just like, that's Forrest
I met a person whose name I can't say on this podcast, but it was an interesting experience in that this person was just a normal person like everybody else. He was kind and generous and stopped to listen to me and talk a little bit. I got 5 minutes with the guy. When you see somebody like that on a stage, they are 100 feet tall. They have this complete persona going, but in real life, they got their hands like up to their knuckles in their jeans, going, "Hi." Now, it just at 5'7" or whatever it is, it's like, and my brain was saying, "Wow, you're just a little guy, aren't you?" But you don't say it out loud. You don't. No. But the one thing I try to instill is when I meet anybody famous, like with the air quotes, famous, actual famous, and they introduce themselves with their first name, no matter how famous they are, and I'll urge you all to do the same. Let them have that, because the goodie, the ability to introduce yourself is something so common that we normal people do it all the time. We don't even think about it. When someone is known worldwide, if they get the chance to introduce themselves, just let them have it. Don't say, "Oh, I know your name. I know who you are. You're worldwide famous." And
give them some normalcy.
Just
Come on.
give them normalcy, you know. But that whole interaction was just the best, and I let them go. It's like, cool. I catched and released. That's what I'm going to call it. So
that's what happened with me. Oh, and again, one more person.
Another person, yes.
In fact, he's listed in that meme I told you about. There was a list of 5 people that I either flat out met or were within a few feet from or passed by or whatever.
Go ahead.
But one is a lie.
Say what the meme you did. Okay. It's 5 people?
Yeah.
The meme is list 5 people you've actually met and make one of them fake. Like you've not met that person. So you could say, and for me, I'd pick people who I actually met, and then one.
That's a lie!
I was at the graveyard.
Oh, you met his bones.
I met a rock in the ground that had his name on it. I've been to Hollywood forever. It's an interesting place.
Yeah, hold on. I'm almost
like
there.
Joey Ramone, I think it is. There's lipstick all over that thing.
Oh, I'll bet.
Kisses. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if this is true or not, but the guy who was buried above, I'm getting aphasia with the person's name, but we'll come back to it. Go ahead.
I'll let you read them off, and I'll answer what's true and what's a lie.
Charlotte says the 5 people she put on her list, and one of them was one she has not met. Number 1 is George Kennedy, of the Kennedys. I'm joking.
Yeah, I was going to say, come on.
Technically, it's true. His last name is Kennedy. D. Wallace Stone of the D. Wallace Stones. Judy Tenuta. Oh, she's a comedian, right? And
Accordion. Yeah.
Shannon Doherty, who I believe my wife actually met. And Chad Smith from, in parentheses, it's RHCP.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Of
He's their
course.
drummer.
There you go. So, of those people, who do you think is fake?
Ding, 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 ding.
That's enough of that.
Well, you take a stab. Who's the lie?
Who's the lie?
Who's
With
the
you,
lie?
I don't know. You've met everybody. I've known her my whole
Ain't
life.
a lie.
Was it the Red Hot Chili Pepper guy?
Nope.
You actually met him.
Well, I stood next to him. We were in line
so
at
you
some
really
sort
didn't meet
of
him.
weird movie premiere
No, I
thing.
was trying to unlock it.
Oh, whoops.
Cat
Hold
face.
on. Hold on. That's Balder.
Boulder.
That's my Balder.
There you go.
Okay. That's Alan Rickman. I have to scroll down to it, don't I?
It was right there.
No, Facebook does this. You walk away and it says you want to look at something else now.
Damn you, Facebook!
I hate that.
Hold on.
I promise not to get political about anybody, but I read something about what's his face from Facebook, and it kind of angered
Mark
me.
Zuckerberg?
Yeah. He's moving to Florida to get away from the wealth tax.
Yeah.
You know what, though? They have things like hurricanes over there. He can get sucked into a funnel. Oh, wait, that's another atmospheric event.
There we go.
Okay, so I will guess. Let's see more. I feel like you've met Judy Tenuta. Same circles. George Kennedy. I don't know who he is. I'm sorry.
He was an actor. The airport movies. Airport 75, Airport
okay.
79.
You know how old I was then? You were the same age
I-
as I was.
I'm not 100% certain, but I think he was in the Towering Inferno.
Yeah, I would never have
He
remembered
usually
him.
plays the hard-boiled cop types.
Okay, so I don't see you meeting him.
Oh, keep going.
So, okay, I'm gonna go right down the list. Is it D. Wallace Stone? You didn't meet? You didn't meet Shannon Doherty. You didn't meet Shannon Doherty. Am I right?
No.
She's met everybody. You know
And I
what?
have a damn good poker face.
You have met so many people. You could have been like listing these people and what experience you had there.
George Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Truth. And again, this was at the studio, and this was during his Breath Assure campaign. He was the spokesman for it. Tall, old, white-haired guy. Anyways, he came up there. I don't know why, but he brought like cases of those Breath Assure capsules. And two of my
What is he saying about these people?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
But two of my coworkers were junkies for this stuff, and they each took a box.
You know, it's interesting though that that was a stunt on the company that sells those. You know it. Like, pass these out. It was like
yeah,
business
but why
cards,
come to an animation studio for that? I don't get it.
Because they know there are nerds that don't shower there.
Hey.
I'm not saying you're a nerd that doesn't shower. I'll just say you don't shower. Sorry.
Oh, my face itches. Ow, ow, ow.
Oh, what the hell? Mine
okay. D. Wallace Stone. Truth. And hers was a bit surreal. It did not involve the studio. One of the places that some of my friends and I like to meet for like brunch or something was a place called Patty's. Patys'.
Belongs to Patty.
Yeah. And I was waiting in line to use the restroom, and there's this woman behind me, and there was a bunch of kids just screaming bloody murder, and I'm looking at them, and I look at the woman behind me, and it's D. Wallace Stone. And she has the same exasperated look on her face. And so we start grousing, of all things, about childcare. I didn't want
You don't have kids. I don't have kids.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
But,
Seinfeld.
yeah, it's just, I wasn't starstruck. I didn't name drop her, blah, blah, blah. Just two of us conversing, again, like ordinary people with ordinary issues. I wish more of it was like that.
Right.
Judy Tenuta?
You met her.
No.
You didn't. See, that's the one person on that whole list. I thought
I would
100%
have loved to have
you'd
met her. She's the accordion love goddess. Oh my gosh.
Accordion love goddess. Nice.
She is brilliant.
Now you have some homework for yourself.
Mm.
You got to find a con where she's like at an autograph table and meet her. That's how I met most of the people I've met. I mean,
Yeah, but she's dead. She died.
Shit. No.
She's unalived.
Visit the stone and claim that she autographed something. Have a scribble of like really messy, like a zombie.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me.
That's that ticket.
There was
We'll do that.
somebody, I forgot who had a picture of Ray Charles that was autographed by Ray Charles.
Mm-hmm.
And the picture was like blurry and he was off camera a little bit, just his chin.
Mm-hmm.
He said it was a selfie, and then he autographed it, and it's like R.A. and it goes off the bottom of the page. Oh. Now this is something he made, like this guy here. This image. This is a.
Yeah.
I actually copied that from the internet and I framed it to make it look real. Those are the Ghostbusters. But
okay, Shannon Doherty. Ran across her when we were wandering around the same shopping center. Never met her. She was by herself. She looked like she was in her zone. I wasn't gonna. Oh my God, Shannon Doherty! Not like I ever did that.
Don't do that.
But
if they're eating or with their family, you just leave them alone. You know.
Well, there's another famous person which I think you were alluding to earlier, and I saw him and his family eating at one of my favorite Asian restaurants in Van Nuys. Him and his whole family.
He's got a house down there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Likes to surf too. I didn't know that. Him and his another of his associates.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I do this, it's going to be a challenge. Try to figure out who we're talking about.
Okay. And then Chad Smith, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yes, truth. We were both waiting in line. It was this film premiere because one of my friends worked for Disney, and he'd get us in on certain premieres like
Right.
Tarzan and
Right.
something else. And I was there with a friend of mine, and I was wearing my Simpsons jacket, my Letterman jacket with the patches.
That attracts attention because it's big.
And all I know is this great big tree of a guy sitting in front of me, and then turns, notices my jacket, and is like, "Where'd you get that jacket?" And I'm like, "I work on the show."
Shh, I work on the show.
I know who you are too. And we giggle. And yeah, those are the list of 5, but obviously there's been more than that. Speaking of 90210 alumni, the one that played, what was her name? Gabrielle. She had the curly hair and glasses. She had a baby on the show. She was an unwed mother. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name, sweetie.
IMDb.
She
Put it in the comments.
I want to say she was one of the ones that started Color Be Mine, where you go in and you have cups and stuff that you can do your own artwork on, and they finish it for you. But she had a table set up and, just various things for us to go up and do our own thing, and they would refinish them and have them delivered to the studio. Met her, she was a sweetie. Oh gosh. One night at karaoke, one of my friends there with the girl he was dating, Brittany Murphy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and that girl can sing. There's no auto-tune with her whatsoever. And again, sweet girl. Sweet girl.
You mentioned a big tree of a man.
That's Chet Smith.
It stirred a memory with somebody I met. I was working the Renaissance Fair, as you know. Went down south to just get a taste of Southern fare. And no, we're not thinking Alabama here. It's Southern California. And they had the gate pass line. You need a gate pass to get in as a fair actor, someone who participates as an actor on the streets at fair. And there was a guy in front of me in the line, a short guy, he's on his phone. It was a BlackBerry back then. That's right. I heard it click, 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 click. You could feel the buttons. Oh, such a change. This tree of a man walks up behind me, starts talking to him. And I turn around, I'm looking at his chest right here. And I look up, it's Bill Campbell from The Rocketeer.
He was doing the How Now Brown Cow, wasn't he?
I don't know what, I didn't see him in the fair site itself, but I saw him there in the gate pass line. That was nowhere near anybody else. And that was his agent standing in line for him. And I look up and I go, "You're the fucking Rocketeer." He's all, "Shh." Anyway, Bill, can you tell me about the... And they start talking back and forth. I go, I just met the Rocketeer.
But didn't you say he was wandering around and kind of in an affected voice going, "How now, brown cow"?
No, that wasn't me. I would have remembered that. But he did come to the Northern Fair, my home fair. And...
Atherton?
No, over here in... up the Highway 3.
It's the Black Forest, right?
Black Point, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Black Point Forest in Nevada.
Oh,
and
okay.
that was interesting because I knew he was on site. I saw him in the fair talking to Harry, was the guy that ran the outfit we were with at the time. So fair finishes up, you go back to your tent, and we were in the parking lot right next to the hillside we don't use in fair. It's just kind of a land feature. And we hear this rustling around, and we're thinking, there's a deer up in there, holy shit.
Oh, excuse me.
And this guy, this tree of a man, comes falling out head over heels, gets up, shakes all the leaves off, puts his hat on.
Excuse me.
Harry! Looking, because that was our campsite right there. He found out where we were. So he literally camped up the backside of the hill, risking ticks and snakes and whatever, and came literally head over heels, this big 6'2" of a man, comes out on the road, shakes off all that. He's like, "Harry!" And Harry comes out, "There you are!" And they come, they hug. I'm like, "It's Bill fucking Campbell." Again. And I went over to him, I go, "I met you at Southern Fair, on the gate pass line." He's all, "Shh." Again, he remembered me. So it's a joke of a man. He's a nice guy, And I think that was the Rocketeer. No, I'm thinking of the Mummy. We're going to get another movie. from Brendan Fraser.
Yay!
And he's lost a lot of weight. I'm thinking they're probably starting to shoot now, and I'm hoping he's got down to his trim fighting weight, just because I'm vain like that.
Well, he's almost 60. You know, he's entitled to be a little thicker around the middle. But
I like working with Brian. He just takes these notes. And
I mean,
goes
I
over.
was so happy for his comeback with The Whale. That
right.
was a
I
remarkable
still have to see that.
Oh, you have to.
Is it on a pay-per-view or whatever?
It was on streaming. I
Probably could find it now.
You could
yeah.
search it,
Yeah.
just Google. But we managed to catch it at one of the smaller screens at Tanforan.
Got it.
And
Whoa, Tanforan
I
shopping mall.
just thought, you know what?
It does.
I'd love to see this. This may be our last chance to see it. So we did.
Mm-hmm.
Blown away. This is why, I ignored all the ones saying, they should have cast a fat actor, blah, 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 blah. They cast the right actor. He did such a phenomenal job. And I was hoping that he'd snag himself a statuette, and he did. And
Yay!
he totally deserves it. After all the hell that he'd been put through, because he was one of the precursors of Me Too.
Of Me Too?
The Me Too movement?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Because of someone higher up in the industry tried to, he wasn't having it, and the next thing you knew, he was blacklisted. Which I think sucks.
That's why he disappeared for so long? I thought it was because he got sick, or he got very injured doing those movies. I read that's all. Is that all fake? You're kidding me.
He was blackballed.
No, there's something I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. So, God bless, what is it, A21?
Yeah, A23.
A23, thank you.
It's another prime number.
For
Editor's note, it's A24.
bringing him back into the light, and I hope he stays there.
This
for an
podcast brought to
awfully
you by
long time.
A23.
Yes.
Not really, but we'll plug you.
We'll pretend.
Yeah. Put the logo up real quick.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian.
But,
Okay. I quit it. We're looking at the ceiling now. You know what? We really ought to use that footage. It's still
why not?
I think it's still recording. Yeah, it's recording. And blurry. Oh, boy. I got plenty of you. I got to get some of me here because I'm vain. No, I'm just going to kill this. Oh, well. Boop, boop.
Oh, you've got this one.
Yeah, it's fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, that's comfortable on my leg.
I'm
I think
not sure the table feels the same way.
It's fine. This is tougher than you think. It's more glue than it is table at this point. I fixed it. I think we probably have enough here, so we can dial out with this and
Okay.
lean in a bit. It wouldn't matter because it's 4K. He could just do it himself. Mm-hmm. And I think Brian could do something here like fade. Bye-bye.
Do an Ewok fade.
Bye-bye.
Do a wipe.
Well, that's it for episode 2 of the Name Drop Podcast. Thanks for coming by. If you like what you heard, we have a YouTube channel, so you can come back and like what you see. I'm pulling into my own driveway right now. It's truly the end of the day. My quality's going to change when I get in the garage, but we are pretty excited to get the use of Oakland guitars in Oakland. That's 40th Street on Oakland. These guys worked on all of my guitars, and they're great. I love what they do, and they do a great job. Well, we spoke to Johnny today. Johnny works there. He's one of the head honchos, and has offered the space at the shop as a backdrop for those who have met famous musicians. Isn't that fun? So when the shop is closed, we get to go in and use the guitar wall as a backdrop. So if you have a story you want to have us talk to you about, look at that, the lights went off. There. Send us your story of fame to YourStoryOfFame@gmail.com. And we'll get in touch, we'll work out the logistics, set up a schedule, and meet Johnny at the shop in Oakland if you're doing a Bay Area thing. And we'll interview you there. After which you can get a haircut next door, get a coffee next door to that, go across the street, go to 1234 Go Records, buy a record, come back across the street to the corner shop of Oakland Guitars, and buy a guitar. That's all I have to say.